Leave meeting. That's funny. It's like, hey, it's getting live streamed. Do you want to stay in this meeting or do you want to leave?
Yeah. All right. I think we should be good. Done. Okay. Let me make sure we're live. We should be. Yep. Oh, Zoom broadcast. Upcoming. Should be good to go. Yeah. We're live. Pause. Got the chat. Okay. Share to Facebook.
Good evening.
Dave, what's up, brother?
Well, I'll tell you what, practice ran a little bit long tonight, so I am actually on the road, but I usually put on one of the map lights, so I'm not talking to you from the black hole.
Be careful, my friend. Be careful.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I do this regularly on, like if I'm traveling on, if I'm doing my Highway Hercules routine on a Friday.
That's right. The Highway Hercules, baby.
Up, well, and I'll tell you, I really think I was talking to tonight at practice. I'm really thinking that I may change my what brackets I sign up for because whenever I go to sit down nationals, they have Masters 40, 50, 60, and then pro and amateur, and I always do amateur and 50 and 60. But I'll tell you, the last two tournaments I've been at, that I've actually won something in amateur 40 or Masters 40 rather. So I think what I'm going to do, since it's a lighter weight for the heavyweight starts at a lighter weight, I think next this coming spring in sit downs, I'm going to try 40, 50, 60 and skip the amateur where I know they're going to be, 200, 60 to 300 pound hulks. But whatever.
Hey, you never know. I was proud of you. You got that win. I was really proud of you. I was pumped for you. That was awesome.
Well, I thank you. Yeah, I thank you. I'll tell you, at times I surprise myself when I actually win one. In fact, I apologized to the scorers table. I said, I have to go to the scorers table and say I'm the winner so seldom I don't think about it.
There you go. Tracy, what's up, my friend?
What's up, man?
Howdy. You got a head of hair like me.
Yeah.
I'm about due for a shave. I gotta shave mine off. It's like 4 or 5 days, and it's already starting to grow.
Yeah, no, I took it all off, man.
Looks good.
Looks good. Thanks, man.
I'm always a fan of bald head and a beard.
Thanks, man.
So I kept my beard, and
you got to let them know that you can still grow hair. You know what I mean? But you just choose to be bald.
I just choose to grow it here instead of up there.
Exactly.
It's like giving up your wrist. It's a choice.
To be honest,
yeah. That's right, Robbie. That's right.
I've been lucky enough to have somewhat of a head of hair, and I'm almost 40 now. There's been people in my family that's gone bald at like 23, 24. So I'm thankful.
Well, in my case, it's not baldness, but what I found is that when we were in hiding 3 years ago from COVID, I thought, well, I'm going to not shave for a while and see what the beard. And I am totally gray, the beard, where the top of the head is not. But and it didn't surprise me because actually on my temples, when I when I go for a while without a haircut, that's where it turns gray. But I look 10 years older with just the beginnings of a beard because it was totally gray.
Oh,
I look 15 years older with this beard and these grandpa glasses, man. I look like I'm supposed to be telling you some good advice. You know what I mean?
There you go. It does
Well,
make you look older.
and
Definitely.
I was expecting to be bald because when I was growing up, they were saying that it goes through your mother's side of the family and skips a generation. And my grandfather was bald on my mother's side, but whatever. So much for that old wives' tale.
Just know that the next guy across the table from me is gonna have to see me in these old man glasses. These old Stetsons.
Yeah, baby. I tried ordering a pair of those not too long ago from Zenny.
Yeah, Zenny Optical.
And I made the mistake of not measuring correctly with that little thing.
Yeah,
and
dude.
they sent them, and then instead of them being out here,
They were kicked out.
it was like the edges was like in here.
Yeah.
I was like, well, these aren't gonna work. So thankfully, I was able to send them back.
So how's the tournament, man? Have we
I
gotten
was-
into that yet? Are we gonna?
No, we just talking, just normal talking for the moment.
I had a crazy practice yesterday, dude. I felt like I got jumped this morning. My arms and hands, it hurts, dude. I had a really good workout in the gym on Monday, and I went to practice at Johnny Jarrett's yesterday, dude, and just
Yeah,
redlined as hard as I could, dude.
I was going to put in a plug for Zenny if you had not said that, because that's where I get all of mine, and you cannot beat it. Cannot beat it.
I need to order some new ones because the ones I have are like 2.5 years old. But I just, for some odd reason, the account, like I try to log in with my user information for it, and then it says, "Oh, your account does not exist." I'm like, what?
Oh gosh.
In the chat we got Adam DeFrank. What up? Johnny Jarrett's in the house. He said, Tracy, he said that you're getting strong.
Ah, sweet, dude. Thank you, Johnny.
Yep.
I appreciate it, bro.
Jeff Wilkinson's in the chat. He said, "What's up, boys? Here from the bunker, pumping some iron with the wild man. He might jump on after his practice, possibly."
Wilkie.
Yep. Tony Stansberry's here. He said, "What's up, guys?" We
Dude.
missed you, Tony, at the tournament, man. I was telling some people that you might show up, and they were scared. Parker Wise, what up, Parker? I tried to get Parker on the podcast and send him the link and stuff, but it kept asking him for the passcode, and I have no idea what that is.
Wilkinson looked strong against John Hanoski, dude.
Dude, I was so proud of him.
Dude, he held him in center while John was hitting on him. You know what I mean? Like that was sweet to see, dude.
For somebody that John hits into, and then he just goes like this, and then is able to not let it go all the way, dude. That's
Very
I
impressive.
was so proud of Jeff.
There were some good
After that
matches
match,
there, dude.
I even told him, I said, "Dude, that's awesome. I'm so proud of you."
A lot of good footage from that event, dude. It looked like some good matches.
Yeah. I got asked so many times, "Are we live streaming? Are we live streaming?"
Yeah.
And I didn't have, it worked out okay last year with what we did, but my phone kept doing weird stuff, and I was just like, I didn't want to have to deal with it this year, and then I just didn't have the money to pay John Scott to come and do it. So I was like,
You should have checked with Kevin if he could have live streamed it.
yeah, we could always do that. And I told anybody that wanted to live stream to just do what you want, If anybody wanted to,
I would have really liked to have my match with Bart Wood. I'd like to see that one again, but I never bothered to tell anybody to tape them.
yeah. My wife was nice enough to get mine.
Mine
Get me
tries
lo-
to, but she
Get
gets
me
to.
losing to Jose for the 17th time.
Hernandez?
Yeah, he's so strong. So strong. Can't do nothing with him in the strap.
I can't do nothing with anybody in the strap, buddy.
Yeah, right.
Not yet.
Hey, you guys. Oh, my daughter was gonna say hi, but then she ran away. What are you doing? I was gonna turn the screen around. Oh, all of a sudden she didn't want to mess with me. But yeah, just recap video. Thanks for everybody for being here. If you're tuning in on live stream on YouTube, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching the podcast tonight. Tonight's show or podcast, whatever you want to call it, is just a recap of the East Ohio Arm Wrestling Championships, our tournament that we had this past Saturday. So first thing I wanted to talk about is how good of a job Mr. Robbie Engel did. I tell you what, I was pumped, dude. Robbie was doing a great job.
Reffing?
Yeah, he down ref for me,
yeah,
right there with me the whole time, man. It was great.
That's awesome. You liking
I'm
it,
telling you,
Robbie?
You did.
Repping
A
that kicked
great
my ass,
job.
man. That was like a leg workout.
Yeah.
It's like,
Did you
it's like-
squat or did you kneel down?
I did both. I started with kneeling, but then I found that if I saw an elbow foul or a pin, anything I saw, I couldn't stand up quick enough being off the, because it was like you guys were up a step and then up. So it was like, well, I was even further away. So then I started being just crouched and being like a wide stance. So I could like, at least I was standing and all I had to do was like just put my hands out and kind of do that. So that was just, something to like modify and do because it's way quick in the moment, man. It's just a little different, I guess. But I liked it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely hard on the legs,
Yeah.
Being a down ref. You
Well,
get a little bit less of the responsibility of the, reffing the match, but you get that leg workout and oh boy, shoo.
that
It
leg.
is.
Well, I got the hot tub set up today, so I should be able to get that and plus my massage chair. It's gonna be good. It'll be all right.
There you go. But yeah, dude, trust me, for what down reffing I've seen, over the past few years of doing this, your first tournament, bigger tournament, I thought you did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
There's been tournaments where I've seen down refs that was, looking back at the audience while the matches was happening, and standing
I
in
felt like
front
if
of
they're
the
the end-
table, like
Some of the 154s, I was trying to watch some of the matches, like John, and some of the matches were going on over on the right table. I was like, oh man, I gotta watch that. And then I missed a few, so I didn't get to see like Justice was arm wrestling and stuff. And I was trying to watch some of them. Then I was like, wait, I got a match over here. I can't watch that crap. I gotta watch.
Yeah.
I gotta be a ref.
yeah. That's when I missed, Justice is such a good kid and he comes and works out and everything and he helps me a lot with everything that we have going on and I'm thankful that he got his all his matches on video because I didn't get to see any of the ones that I didn't ref.
Okay. I saw him. I got to see him out the corner of my eyes in some of the amateur division. So I got to watch because I was trying to watch some of the people, but mainly you can only catch so much right before you're just like, oh crap, that division just already ran through, right? Like they kept clicking along.
Dude,
And a shout out to him too as down ref as well. Did a very nice job.
Yeah.
Even though the stinker did catch my elbow foul, but oh well, but it was an elbow foul. No, he did a very nice job there.
Justice is very good at down reffing also. He does a great job for me whenever we go anywhere and he helped me out there and down in Columbus. He's helped me out down there. He helped at this one. He helped out at Garage, or no, he didn't do Garage Wars. Tim helped out at Garage Wars. He helped out at the Pottery Festival. Such a well-versed young man and such a good kid. But yeah, Robbie, trust me, dude, you did a great job for your first tournament, and I think you'll be able to, do a good bit of head reffing too. You did just fine on the down ref, and so you can usually tell whether or not somebody would be a good head ref by the way that they down ref.
All right. I mean, as many European and Russian and Zolti tours and freaking WAF finals as I've watched over this past probably, I don't know, 13 years. I've seen a lot of reffing and a lot of matches. I've consumed arm wrestling way too much in this past decade. But and that's where like I'm watching something. I was like, oh yeah, I know. Like when you sent me those videos, I was like, oh, I know all these refs. Like I know all these refs in this video. Like I know them all from overseas, right? They're all over there.
Yep.
And doing those tournaments.
Yeah. Yeah. My hat's off to you. I appreciate you. And you did trust me, I think you did a great job.
Well, thank you.
So Dave, what do you think, man? It sounds like you enjoyed yourself. Had a good time at the event.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and of course I had to bust all your chops about how nobody in that part of the countryside wanted to hold their usual Sunday practices, but which of course we, but no, it was very well run. It was like say, hey, any tournament where I actually win a match is something really gets circled in my calendar. But it moved. It really did. It moved. The venue was nice. The setup. I laughed a little bit that I was thinking that between the red light over the one table and John Hanoski's bright red outfit, looked a little bit too satanic for an Assembly of God, but I kind of laughed about that. But oh God, that red outfit he had. But no, it was it was a good tournament, and I'm glad you had the numbers you did, because that's the heck of the thing. You never know until until people show up.
Yeah.
Whether you're going to get the numbers, but I'll tell you had more folks pre-weigh-in the night before than we had for our domestic disturbance thing in the Philadelphia area. We had much smaller group, and so it's always good. Well, and Tim said, Tim hits every tournament out there. Tim Lewis said, as far as he knows, it was the biggest tournament in Ohio this year.
Yeah, to date. Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah, I'm definitely happy with the outcome, especially the entries. I mean, whether or not we had 50 or 150, I'm still going to put in the effort into the event. Like you said, Dave, you never know what you're going to get until the day of, but I think everything went fairly good. What time did we finish up? It was just a blur for me, most of the day. So does anybody remember what time we finished up?
Maybe 6 o'clock, maybe earlier.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know, because I stayed so late afterwards that I really don't remember when the event ended and switched over to the after pull.
It could have ended at maybe closer to 5, because I'm thinking I left at like 6:30 or something like that. I think I might have left.
We started. It was like what, 1:15, maybe 1:30 when we started.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fairly close. Well, does anybody remember when the tournament was over, if you stuck your nose out the door, was it still daylight or not? Because that would have been 5 o'clock.
I didn't see daylight till the next day.
Yeah.
John, when I went outside to get John, because John had a match up against Chris, and I'm trying to think when that was, but if that was if that was a top 3 or when that was, because that was daylight.
Yeah, if anybody in the chat, maybe they can help you with it, because like I say, a lot of the folks that are appearing here live, stayed late. But maybe somebody in the chat can tell you when they left. Remember that.
Let me check the chat.
I told myself I was going to pull it all, and then I ended up pulling for over an hour.
Yeah, it's like every time I've ever been to a practice ever, somebody's like, yeah, I'm only going to go like 20%, 30%. Yeah. All right, buddy.
Yeah, okay.
Sure you will.
What up, Logan? We had a gentleman, I'm not going to use his name, but he came to a practice, and I told him, I said, it was just me and Justice. And then I just kind of brought the guy in, and I just wanted to show him some stuff, and I said, just go easy. You don't have to go hard. This is just about learning, what the top roll is, what a hook is, what a press is, just learn the moves and learn how to stay safe.
Dude went red.
Well, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he tore the crap out of his arm and ain't been back since.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. People go to the first practice. I'm like, just take it easy, because I'm telling you, tomorrow it's gonna feel like you need to go to the hospital, dude. It feels like you actually pulled or tore something. Like I remember that feeling, dude. I couldn't even like text on my phone. My hands were shaking so much. And
mine was the agony pains while you're trying to sleep.
Oh yeah, I definitely had that too.
Dude, that was the worst.
I used to like tie a hoodie on my arm. I used to tie a hoodie on my arm like real tight to compress it to try to like help fall asleep on my arm. You know what I mean? It was awful for like 3-4 months.
Yeah.
My girlfriend hated it.
Mine was I had to sleep with my arms up behind my head and stuff,
That's like how I was, Billy.
Try to do that. Yeah.
Really?
I
haven't trained hard enough.
That's what something. Well, that's what one of the things that annoys people about me. That I never forgot that. I mean, I'm arthritic, but immune not get sort of. I'm not nearly a maximum. So in fact, I'd even put something in arm wrestling discussion. Oh, it had to be about 4 years ago, and I said just for discussion purposes, I said, you got two pullers. We'll call them puller A, puller B. Puller A can practice 4 or 5 times a week. Puller B, if he has one heavy practice, he's shot for the week. But the difference, and let's assume they're both going 80%. But puller B is far stronger than puller A. Is that why he is sore? Even though they're both putting out 80% of their potential, the fact that one, in absolute terms, one person is putting out a lot more power. And we went back and forth and discussed it over the day. And the general consensus was no, it was probably something else, which I think it probably is. And after about a day on the discussion, arm wrestling discussion page, I revealed that I was puller A. And I said, I didn't tell who puller B was, but I sent a note to puller B. And I said, well, puller B, did you recognize yourself in the discussion? And he laughed and said, yeah, it was Paul Lynn. Because and that's why I remember it was after after Sit Down Nationals in 2019, we were doing after pull back in his motel room. And he said, hey, one good pull a week, I'm just shot. And so, whatever. But, so for whatever reason, I don't. And people say, "Oh, you're just not pulling that hard." Well, I'm not pulling nearly as hard as any of you folks, but I'm pulling at my potential. So I don't know what the heck it is.
What up, Bo? You got it.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Bo?
Hey, what's going on, Bo?
Not much. Just got back from the gym not long ago.
Attaboy. You have figured out it didn't end up needing a passcode, huh?
It did need a passcode, but I figured out when the link that Tracy sent me, it said PW, and then there was a whole bunch of random letters and numbers. I just typed that in. I was like, perfect.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that. Out. That's cool.
Appreciate that, Tracy.
Yeah, dude. I just forwarded what he sent me to see if it might work better for you.
Yeah, for some reason the link that you sent me and the link he sent me had different letters and numbers too. I don't know why.
I'll tell you what, I just got home. I'm going to leave you momentarily and go in and get on the computer. So I'll be back in a bit. But I'm going to get off the phone and go in.
Yeah, join us back up there, David.
Sounds good, Dave.
There was somebody else I needed to send the link to. It was Mike Brown.
Mike, how you guys feel the competition good?
Mike Brown, if you're watching, post in the comments if you want me to send you the link.
What'd you say, Bo?
I said, how you guys feeling from the competition? Good.
I didn't pull there, but
Dude, I had to get
Well,
a
Tracy
workout
had
in
the super
yesterday
match.
because my arms was
yeah, the weekend
hurting.
before, yeah.
It was weird.
I feel much better today than I did the day after and even the second day after.
Yeah, understandable.
The second day after is always the worst for me.
Dude, I haven't been sore like that, and I can't tell you how long.
Say Wednesday.
I don't know if it's just because I was going as hard as I could or what, but I haven't been sore like that in a long time.
Really? Okay.
Well, you had a solid class though. You had
Yeah.
Alec and Kevin in there.
Yeah, pulling Kevin, I was like trying to tear a fucking stump out of the ground.
Yeah.
Sounds about
Kevin's
right.
Kevin's arms real strong, and Alec's hand and pronation are real strong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. There was somebody else I was supposed to send the link to, and I can't. Hey, Tracy, you see that Parker Wise in the chat? I don't know if you got him on Facebook or not.
Let me see.
You maybe see if you
I can send it
help
to
him
him,
get
Billy.
that to him. Yeah, maybe see if you guys can help him get in because it wouldn't let me help him.
I'll send him a friend request, and if he answers it, I'll shoot the link over his way.
I just sent it to him, Billy.
Okay.
Did you grab that? All right.
But yeah,
that was
man. From
Parker's
that,
first event. He just commented on here. He couldn't have been happier with his first tournament. Venue was awesome. People were class act. Can't wait for the next EOAW event.
yeah, competition ran well.
I don't know if a T-shirt would work better or that, but
Dude, I was very pleased with it. You know, each one of our events, you know, we started just at a pottery festival. It's like a local festival that we have down here. And we just did like a cash event. We had like 50 entries, you know, just paid out cash for the pros, and we had some plates for the AMs. And that was our first event. It was outside underneath the canopies and that stuff. And then we just kept going, just raising the bar each time and trying
I think I remember that one. You had some super matches there too, right?
Yeah, it was later in the evening.
Yeah, I remember
The
that.
tournament was in the afternoon, and then the super matches were.
Excuse
So
me.
if you go to Kevin's YouTube
Yep.
channel, it would be like 21. Wouldn't it be 21, Christy? Pottery Festival 2021.
it's way better. That's
And
good.
that was our first
Thanks, babe.
event. That one.
I remember that because I
that's
don't remember who Kevin faced, but I think he beat the guy handily.
It was Bachelor, Josh. He was
Yeah.
a fill-in. We had another match set up, and then the other guy couldn't be there or something, and so Bachelor jumped in there. And I do believe he had a bum right arm to some degree, but yeah. And then we just kept going. You know,
Nice.
like I said, try to do something better and try to make something nicer, or improve on some other aspect of the event. Just try to improve in each and every one that we try to put on.
Definitely.
Okay.
What's up, Chucky?
What up, Chucky? Oh,
Never mind.
All right, see you.
Whatever.
Oh, I gotta do a workout. So
But yeah, bro, talking about like the soreness, I didn't feel too bad the next day, and then I went to bench press, and then that's whenever all the triceps just kicked in, bro. From doing that pressing against Rich, dude, holy shit. My
that was nice.
tricep was lit up.
That's impressive though.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you think you could have gotten to that spot against Rich in a slow initiation with the press?
And so what are you saying?
What
Like,
I'm saying
at
is,
first, like, are you
if
saying
you
like
didn't have
after
your
pool?
speed, do you think you still could have got to that spot?
I wouldn't have gotten in the same spot because like I really try to. So for my press, I try to hit for position more than hit for the pin at first.
Yeah.
Because you want to get to a good position. Because if not, you're just screwing yourself.
Yep.
So I try to get set up. Like if I know I want to press somebody, I try and get set up really in deep into their arm. So then by the time I hit, I'm really deep into their arm. Because if my hand against his hand, he easily would have beat me. But I had to go arm to arm against him. You know what I mean? I try to hit.
Chucky, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can now.
What's up, Chuck?
What's up, Chucky?
Sorry, I dropped.
That was definitely a nice win. And you had Rich at that was the finals, right?
Yeah, I faced Rich. I faced Rich in like the semifinals, if you want to call it that, or the first finals, and then I faced him in like the true finals.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It was. He's a stud, man. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
I was not expecting to pull that one off. That's why I got really hyped after I won.
I didn't even get to watch that one yet, man.
It's on my YouTube if you want to check it out.
Yeah, you know I'm gonna definitely watch it for sure on your YouTube.
Appreciate that.
Get you the view and everything, the time and view.
Thank you, bro.
Tracy,
Absolutely.
did you send that to Chucky too?
Yeah, I sent it to Chucky.
Yeah,
Chucky did. Man,
I got
keep
it.
asking everybody for this meeting ID.
I can send it to Parker. I'll send
if you get the text, you can go in through that. But if you don't have Zoom and then you try to go in, you install the Zoom and then it goes, hey, you need this ID. And then I was like, all right, I'll just back out and I'll go in through the original link. And then it just shot me straight in.
Anything?
I sent Parker that again.
To hit the Wi-Fi dial in, and I screwed up and hit just while using the app, and it kicked me back out. I was like, "Oh crap!"
So,
Oh, by the way, Robbie, hey, good job down reffing, dude. That was sick.
That's what I
thank
was
you.
telling him earlier.
Yeah, I saw that. I was on the live on the way over because I was actually driving in the car, but I couldn't hop on through the link then.
Yeah, he did a great job. Great job.
Yeah, you did good.
I'd like to see you and Zach back and forth, maybe for dog fights, Robbie.
Oh, what, in a match or something?
No. You guys reffing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
Because Zach, he wants to be able to do some reffing, and I don't know if he still wants to. I ain't got to talk to him in a little while, but I know he had showed interest in reffing. You know, he did reffing with Kevin at a dog fight. So
yeah, and I thought he did pretty well, actually.
Yeah. But yeah. So what do you guys think? Good things, bad things, things that you're happy about for the event.
So for me, I thought the competition itself was ran really well. The only thing I didn't like, I prefer to have the pros go before the amateurs. And I talked to some of the guys that was around me, and they felt the same way. But other than that, I think it was run very smoothly. You did a good job with the way the brackets were ran. Everything was projected. Everybody could see. I thought that was very nice. But other than the pros,
I couldn't see the screens very well. Could you guys see the screens? I couldn't make out.
I couldn't see. I kept trying to see who I was up against next, and I couldn't read it at all.
Yeah, I couldn't read it as well, but it was still if we could have read it, it was nice. You know what I mean? Because nobody ever has that. You're always wondering who you're facing or who's up next.
Yeah.
I wasn't there, but from the videos I seen, the lighting looked great.
Oh, dude, it was awesome.
Oh, the lighting was
great lighting for the videos that I did see.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Really cool ambiance.
The wife was taking pictures on the super matches or whatever, and she told me, she said with the red lighting, it threw off her camera, so every picture was all blurry. So that's when I told Bill Vassar, the guy that owns the lighting, and he owns Sound Vibes. Shout out Bill Vassar. We got up there with the ladder and switched them to I think we just used white, and it worked out way better than that red.
I know.
But
I thought I heard
the green,
Christina.
that looks sweet on the videos and the pictures.
I thought I heard Christina say it was hard on the table over in her side because she had a blue table and a blue light above her. And we had what, I don't know what color our table was, but I know that we had a white light above us, and then there was like a green light in the center. And so I think the green, reds, and blues I think were great, but they should be like not. We need white lights over the center of both tables, and then every other light could be whatever. Who cares what color, right? But so I think the blue and the greens and stuff help really cool. I like that, the atmosphere of it. But then I looked over when I saw Christina's table. She said something at one point. I don't remember what it was. I heard her say something, but when she came over to our table, she's like, "Oh, you can see over here." And I looked at hers. I was like, "Oh man, I don't know about that. That looks hard to call anything with blue on blue, you know?"
Yeah. We had a blue on the one side, and then the other side it kept going from green to blue.
Okay.
The competitors, a couple of them said that the blue lighting was messing with them too when they were competing.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind like Robbie was just saying, just put the colors out beyond them, and then just have just some white lights just straight over the tables.
I think the colors look badass. Like in the videos and stuff, dude, it looks sick.
Yeah. The lighting, it just makes for really awesome pictures.
Oh yeah.
We did that last year, and Will Hoyt's pictures, dude, everybody loved those pictures. They loved those pictures. And we definitely just wanted to recreate it, so that's what we did. So, I mean, you learn everything. You learn something every time,
Oh yeah, 100%.
Every single time you learn it. It's wild.
So what's y'all's next competitions?
Oh,
I'm going to Gus's in December, I think. I'm going to check that one out.
Okay, good deal.
The Rumble in the Hood, and then Mega Buckeye Brawl.
What's Mega?
Mega
Buckeye? When's that?
Dog want you there, Tracy.
That's in February. Yeah, I seen the dogfights January 6th. I don't know. I might take a super match there. I might just relax and check it out.
I'd like to do dogfights myself.
Did he have anybody in mind for you, Robbie?
No, I don't have anybody in mind at all either. I'd rather probably do left just because I want to. This right riser, man, I got to work on this. This damn, I see what I did with some things, but I got to fix this wrist a little bit better from all of its things. I scored something like 2,000 leg movements in 2 days on my computers. So that was a lot of click and drag, and that was a lot of good blood flow. But it doesn't help for arm wrestling, to be honest. It's more pain than it's worth. But left-handed, I'd like to go left-handed against anyone, really. I don't really care who it would be, just not somebody heavyweight. I can't beat that guy.
Well, let's just look at your guys' list. When's the last time this thing was updated?
October 3rd.
So it's like a month and a half.
Yeah. What are you talking about? What list are you looking at?
Ohio Professional Arm Wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm so below everybody on bullshit, whatever that is. But
it just gives you ideas for guys around the same weight. That's all.
Sure.
Yeah. Because we all know, the entire list could get shooken up.
Well, hey, Justice beat Drew, dude. Man. Justice beat Drew,
bro. So I'm doing the West Virginia ranking right now. The West Virginia rankings just got shook up in the 242. With Jacob Green beating John Winkler, dude, that shit was crazy.
Yeah,
because John is a stud, man. Like John is a beast.
John's a freak.
Whenever Jacob beat him, I was like mind boggled because I knew Jacob was strong, but I was like, holy shit, I was not expecting that.
One thing about that though is I'm curious if John would have just stayed close to his arm, what kind of match it would have been. Because he got here and then he went out here.
That's just what he does.
He purposely went like this. I would have rather seen him get in tight. And
If he,
yeah, man.
I mean, if he could have stayed tight and maybe finished in a press or just kept dragging like a drag hook back, he probably could have finished Jacob. But Jacob was able to keep his arm up there and hold him. And I was surprised, man.
I mean, in that same conversation though, where do we put Toby?
Dude, so
Toby's a bad dude.
bro, I felt Toby's right and left in the after pulls. I was like, hey Toby, like I wanna feel your hook to see how it feels. I couldn't touch it. His hook on the right was nasty.
His hook
on the left hand, I got pins on him left, but he told me his left is feeling injured before we even pulled. But my left wrist right now is injured too. So
yeah.
So I'm not taking it from
his
much.
right hand and left hand are completely different levels. I mean,
100%.
his right is way high.
Dude, his hook is ridiculous with the right. I don't think I budged him past center. I didn't get into a press. I was just trying to hook him, but still.
Even his top roll's nasty.
His right's solid. I in right hand 220, I have him at first, and then second it's Roman Moore, and then I think it goes Cody Eller. Right, Christina?
Yeah.
That right or left hand?
That's right. Left hand, Roman Moore's
hand.
first. I think right now, honestly, left-handed, I'm thinking Roman Moore's first, Cody Eller's second, and then I'll probably put Toby at third.
Yeah.
You
That's
don't
what I
think
would
that
do,
Cody
too,
Eller beat
after I thought about
Roman
it.
right-handed?
You don't think?
No. Well, I think Roman actually beat Cody Eller right-handed, if I'm not mistaken.
Did he? When was that?
I don't know about that.
Was that at West Virginia State's?
No, Cody Eller wasn't at West Virginia State's.
No, he wasn't at the States.
He was at 2 years ago.
For some reason, I remember I thought Roman told me that he had beaten Cody Eller before. Like I said, I could be mistaken, but I mean, whenever I posted the rankings, he never said, hey, I beat Roman or Roman beat me.
Yeah.
Cody wouldn't do that anyhow. He would just let it be the way it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to
Hello,
talk to the guy.
Christina. Thanks
He's a
for
nice guy.
joining us.
Hey.
Let's give Christina a hand for head reffing the other table. Thank you, Christina. Thank you.
Great
You're
job.
welcome.
Golf
Even though you fouled
Thank
me out,
you.
Christina.
You fouled yourself out.
Who said that?
Me, I
Found yourself.
didn't foul myself out. My elbow never slipped off.
Said every arm wrestler ever.
Exactly.
That's all right.
Robbie,
My
I got
elbow
a
came
good.
completely off the pad,
good one
and
for you.
Billy didn't call it.
Hey, Robbie.
What's up?
Logan's best friend David Brottingham would actually, I think, would be a pretty good match for you left-handed. Because he's very, very strong. I don't know where your left hand is as far as strength, but I know you're just very technical. And
Yeah.
David's strong, but not as technical.
My left hand's not as technical as my right. My left's like my right's technical and has some strength, but nannies like it's got little like ninny problems in it. And then left is like, no, I don't really have any issues with it. It arm wrestles, but I don't have the technical prowess like I do. Like when it fails, the whole arm fails. Like I can't low hand top roll with my left. Like I don't have a low hand top roll with my left, but my right I do. And I can kind of press with my left, but I kind of have to keep my hand. And once I lose the hand, there's nothing. The right, I can give away the hand and press and give up on that and go into that deep stuff. But left, it's like, no, once the hand goes on the left, it's the whole arm side is connected to say no. But I mean, I feel pretty good. So
It's completely different when your brain is trying to work that other hand when you're so used to the right.
Well, I'm left-handed, and so every right, like every arm wrestle that I ever faced, all the way up until 2011, was basically right-handed,
In the left hand, if I did arm wrestle somebody left-handed, it was more of like a, hey, they'll throw it up there to lose, and they lost every time until I got to professional level and went to tournaments, and then you get your ass kicked out of the tournament. But that at that level, like left, I didn't want to commit because I'm left-handed. So if I injure my left, I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to injure my left arm. So I'll give up real quick. If I find compromising position left-handed, I'm going to give up real quick because I have to write at work. I have to use it. Right-handed, I don't know if you noticed with Gage, man, I went some crazy, I'll do some crazy stuff because I don't care. I don't care about the right arm. So I know everybody else does. And so like, that's why I can put forth effort into it, but I just don't mind if I lose. Like if I could lose 1,000 times on the right arm, I really don't care.
Right.
It doesn't bother me. Left hand bothers me. I get bothered by losing left-handed. I really do. But I don't, I'll only risk it so much. So it's like, well, I'll take that loss. My ego can sit on the back seat. It is my left hand. I have to protect it.
There you go. Well, anybody watching the show, if you know you might want to have a shot at Robbie left-handed, maybe talk to Kevin and maybe set that up for January 6th.
Yeah, I could probably do that. I was gonna try and do David Lee on the 9th, but I can't swing the like work and kids schedule to Gus's. Like I had seen Gus's, like when you see the tournaments for the year, you look at all the tournaments and you're looking at what you want to make. And some of them you really do want to make because you enjoy their tournaments, but then you're like, others you give up with because like East Ohio showed up, and when I knew about those, I was like, well, I'm going to do all those. And then dog fights, I've really enjoyed those. I've liked what Kevin's been putting on. I've liked how his going with the pay-per-view events. It's kind of fun. It's watching some pay-per-view and then having that full super match card is kind of fun. Plus, I know everybody, so that helps too.
Yep. Christina, we was talking earlier about the lighting. So that blue lighting kind of give you a little bit of fits on your eyeballs.
Oh, yeah. It was hard to see.
I tried to give you the orange table, but you didn't want it.
I wanted wherever Hannah was. I'm sorry.
I really enjoyed having Hannah there. I tell you what, she was a sweetheart. Her and Jamie are wonderful, wonderful people.
Yes, they are. They help me out every year also.
I'm definitely going to invite them back for each of our events, because that such a good help and, help do the weigh-ins and everything. Just awesome, awesome people. I don't know if you guys can hear my wife hacking and coughing over here.
Oh, that's all I've been doing.
You got a deer today, or what is that? Yesterday you got your deer.
Monday I got it. Got it Monday, and then my son just got a 6 point, so he's out there doing that up right now. So
yeah, you had some bacon.
I haven't touched mine.
Yeah, you had some
Mine's
bacon
still
wrapped
hanging.
tenderloin. It looked good.
Bacon wrapped.
Yeah, it is good.
It looked good.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
very good. He made that in the smoker this evening.
Bo, I wanted
What's
to
up?
ask you a question. In comparison to any other events that you've been to, mainly on the East Coast, because you mainly hit a lot of those East Coast tournaments, don't you?
Yeah.
What was some things that you thought that maybe we had done better than other events, and then things that we could possibly do better, for our events?
So, I think the actual like matches ran very well, because I've been to some competitions where they've had almost as many guys as you had there, but they'll run with one table, and it just makes the day drag on forever, and I hate that. And the way you ran it with two tables is nice, you know what I mean? And it was very visible for everybody to see. You had seating for like, you probably had 60 chairs, 50 chairs out there, not including the tables. And everybody could see the matches very well until like a couple people were standing up front and you had to ask them to sit down. But that really wasn't even much of an issue.
Yeah, it wasn't an issue, but when that guy got hurt,
Oh yeah.
I couldn't get around to my stuff to help him, and
Yeah.
everything was being blocked, and I was just like,
Yeah.
Anybody
move, please.
doing?
Yeah. How is that guy doing? Does anyone know? Did he already have
Uh,
surgery?
I messaged Alex this morning about him, and he's supposed to get back with me.
Okay. But
Wanna
yeah,
check.
other than
It was freak just right at the end. I was just getting ready to call it, and he just turned his body and spat.
it's crazy how fast it can happen too.
Just a blink of an eye, man. It's just
Yeah. But like not even the biggest thing, but I just prefer to. I know a couple other people prefer to have the pros classes first, and then because some of the pro guys will coach the amateur guys, and then the pro classes will be done. Then they can help coach their teammates and whatnot. That's what
Yeah.
I like to do for my guys. But other than that, dude, I think it was a very well run competition. Y'all did a great job.
Yeah,
And the
appreciate
prices weren't bad because like dude, Travis recently has been like going outrageous with the prices, like $50 an arm, $40 an arm. That's, in my opinion, that's too much. Like,
Yeah.
I think
He's got to get to them football games.
yeah. But yeah, like I think between like 20 and 30 is a good price per arm. You know what I mean? Like if it's a small competition, 20, and if it's a good competition with quality guys, I think 30 per arm's all right.
Would that depend
I
on your
agree.
payout though?
Oh, dude. Well, there was no payout for the Travis competitions.
Oh,
I think the one competition did have a payout for $50 an arm, but the $40 an arm was just one trophy, and it was open weight class, which sucked because I faced John Winkler first round, and if I would have won, I would have faced Travis.
Yeah, there have been some of his tournaments where first place he has no awards at all for second and third. Nothing. It's just first. And then what the other trick that he pulls, and I'm sorry if I, put a little bit of discord note in here, but he has made the comment that, if that he will jump in himself and win it, so he doesn't have to pay out in pay classes or in the pay class. And he did that at his last tournament or one of his tournaments within the last 2 months. He'll jump in and win it.
It was his last tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, he jumps in and wins it, and he's joked about that for some time, and he does it.
So and don't get me wrong, I like Travis as a person, just to put that out there.
But no. I get along with him fine individually, but he, does pull his stuff, and has for years. Yeah, I think if I could add into when you're talking about the classes and things were moving, the way it was organized, you really didn't have that much of people pulling on both tables at the same time. I'm not sure, why. I mean, I've been to some tournaments where, you really have people running back and forth, depending on how they organize the order of the classes. I mean, I think what's his name? Oh God, I do this all the time. The down ref we were just talking about, Justice. I think Justice was in so many classes, it seemed, that he did a little bit of that he was, up here and up, whatever. And, one of mine overlapped, and I was maybe on both, the masters and the amateur at the same time. But other than that, I really didn't see people having to run back and forth from table to table.
Yeah.
Except for Billy, and he took a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
I
did,
already told my guys before the event. I said I'm not pulling any of my guys. I'll lay down for each and every one of them because it doesn't bother. I
guys that arm wrestled this past weekend.
Billy, the match you did have, you look good though. Your hand looks strong.
Yeah, my hand, it didn't buckle back at all, as far as I'm aware. I think Chucky was able to rotate me out a little bit outside of the straps, but I didn't get top rolled, so that felt good.
On that shelf in the closet. Not bad.
But I was talking to this guy, I think his name is Randall Bladen or Randall Blandon.
Bladen.
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
He set up a match between me and Adrian Morrison sometime next year. I think it's in April. and it's going to be $1,000 match, so that'll be pretty nice.
Cool.
Who has to put the $1,000 up?
It's my 500 versus his 500, so 1,000 altogether.
Make sure you got a qualified referee.
Trust me, I'm gonna ask, because I don't want him, like, I don't know the guy much at all, like, just through the messaging we've done, but I want to make sure it's not like one of Adrian's buddies that's refereeing and I get screwed. You know what I mean? Because I like I said, I don't know much about either of the guys.
No, we've had the same sort of discussions with Winter Blast that we one particularly where Tim Lewis and Zach Lee, and they both have to agree on who's refereeing.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. That match is going to get heated. I can tell you that.
Yes, yeah, it is.
I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind watching it. Don't ask me to ref it though.
Dude, it's gonna be like Devin's like up on there. Dude, he's covering my fucking thumb. Pull me to center. Pull me to center. He's pushing. I'm excited for it.
I think I'm gonna go to Winter Blast next year.
Oh, dude, Winter Blast is a great time every year. I love that competition.
It's a long drive, but man, I watch it every year, and I'm like, man, I want to go check this out and compete.
I talked to Zach about that. You know, after last year's Winter Blast, I said, dude, next year's Winter Blast, just let me ride with you. You know, let me stay with you at the hotel. Yeah, I'll work for you, and I just want to go.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Like I've seen it so many times and seen like the matches and like the like activity of the crowd there and just like the ambiance, even in the videos. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I just want to be a part of that or a part of that competition.
You imagine having their tournament with the atmosphere of our tournament. Like, and if that you don't, would be sick.
And if you don't get enough pulling in the competition, last year we finally had to shut down the after pull at 5:00 in the morning. We needed a couple hours sleep before we tore everything down.
So
and
I guess
I had people there till 5 in the morning pulling.
I have a question for everybody because I just wonder a little bit because you're talking about there was $1,000 super match and stuff. And I was offered, undisclosed money that I never saw any money of it or saw anybody's bank account. But I'm thinking as far as like how much money has been taken from people. You said $20 or $30, and I've been paying $20 or $30 for I don't know more than a decade, and $50 at some tournaments. But the payoffs, even if you won first, there's never much motivation. It was, I mean, my gosh, $250, $100 if you were lucky on some of the tournaments. I'm asking as far as if it was like $1,000 for first place for each class, what would you be willing to pay for that risk?
Holy.
So would it just be like first place is like the only payout for $1,000?
No, second and third would get payout, but significantly different. Like let's say $250, $100, like $1,000 first place, or maybe even $500.
For the Arnold Classic. Yeah, for the Arnold Classic, I think first place is $600 and second place is, it goes down after that. And we pay $75 to enter that.
I was thinking about 75 to 100, at the least 50, because you just have to have a lot of bodies in there just to make the payoffs worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, that's just it. If you're running a tournament and you have that kind of money, you have that money up front before anybody ever hits the door to pay you any entry fee.
Yeah.
Right.
You want sponsors and such, because if it happens to be a bad day or, who knows, at Ohio State, we used to have a snowstorm every year when Ohio State hit. And you may only get 30, 40 people. And then you're SOL unless you have that entry fees or those payouts covered before anyone shows up.
Yeah. Dude, like honestly, example, Winter Blast, not this past year, but the year before, was the worst snow I've ever driven in my life. And it went from a 4-hour drive to almost a 4.5-hour drive to almost 6 hours. And surprisingly, there was still a good bit of people, but there would have been a lot more if the weather conditions weren't so bad. Dave Shale, you remember those? You remember that weather?
Oh yeah, it was miserable.
It was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
The highway, instead of going 70, we were going 15.
Holy moly!
It was bad. I think I seen about 10 to 12 car wrecks on the side of the road that day.
That
It
was
was
last
pretty-
year or the year before?
No, the year
2 years
before.
ago.
Dang.
It was pretty nasty.
And we did have a good crowd, though. You're right. We would have had more, but
We
from
would have
that,
way more.
that was why we figured it was gonna get bigger, and that's why we changed venue last year, because that place we were at 2 years ago would not have been big enough
It
for
was.
what we had last year.
I can tell you that place was terrible.
Mhm.
Like, no offense to y'all,
Yeah,
but that
no.
place was fucking terrible.
No, you're right. And the problem, well, and part of the reason we told them, we said, look, you're going to have a crowd. Make sure you have lots of staff on, and because you're going to make money, the food, whatever. And they didn't. They did not
Yeah.
listen to us, and so people were going across the street for pizza because it took forever to get any food, and people just got disgusted. But that was it was the fault. The hotel just did, or the venue didn't take our word for it, and we said you have to put on extra staff. You're going to get a crowd here. And they didn't.
Like, and I'm pretty sure, like, within like the hour to 2 hours, one out of like their 2 or 3 stalls they had, one of the bathroom toilets wasn't even working, and then most of them ran out of toilet paper, and they wouldn't come over and fill up. It was awful.
The cooperation we didn't get from there was horrible.
The last place,
we're going to be at the same place this coming year as we were last year at the Sheraton.
that place was great. I liked that hotel a lot. It was very nice, very clean, very spacious. Big parking, like tons of parking.
Yeah, you got to have the good parking.
What we will probably do is we'll probably move some of the vendors out into the outer lobby there, because that was a little bit crowded towards the back of the room for the people that had their tables set up. But other than that, really, we of course we have Corey Miller coming in doing brackets. We have Sean Hancock's coming up with who's going to do a seminar the night before for refereeing. And
Is that free?
Quite a bit.
Is that seminar free, or does it cost money?
There's going to be actually a 2-level. That there's a certain fee for. The short answer is it will cost money. However, what they will have is they're going to have, and I can't quote prices here, that if you are going for the actual, the certification, there's a certain level cost. If, on the other hand, then after that is done, they will have a seminar, which will be considerably less expensive.
Okay.
But it will still have a fee to it, yes.
Because I was wanting to do that. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Yeah. That it's always something good to have under your belt. Just
exactly. You can always make a little extra money somewhere, you know what I mean?
Well, and even if you don't want to referee, I mean, Ryan went to one that they did out at, I think he went to the one at High Fives, and he said just the fact that he learned so much about what the rules were that that would not have occurred to him, even though he's not planning on refereeing. And quite frankly, neither am I. I have to, give kudos to those on this podcast and elsewhere that are willing to do that, because honest to God, I think that has to be the worst job in the sport, is refereeing and putting up with people.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't feel like anybody said anything to me.
It's hard sometimes.
Just let it roll off.
Well, and you can't lose control of it. I mean, I remember, now once again, not going to say names here, but there was somebody when we had that Ohio Omega thing at Rich Calero's gym, and somebody was giving Christina all sorts of crap.
Oh,
and
yeah, all right, yeah, I remember that distinctly. Yeah, I remember that bull.
And she didn't put up with it at all.
Yeah, neither did Rich or the gym, did they?
No.
You gonna name drop Christina or what?
No, or not.
Exactly.
Come on, Zach.
But yeah, so the wife, she took a lot of pictures. Did you guys enjoy the pictures?
No, I lost. I don't want a picture of me losing.
Oh, that's fun. She still has, I think she still has about 400 and something more pictures still left to upload.
Oh, she did a good job. She always does a good job.
Yeah, she uploaded, I think, 575 pictures already.
Yeah, I haven't had time to scroll through them yet, but I saw they were all up there.
Yeah, a lot of nice ones in there, and I really enjoy seeing people's profile pictures or some of hers, and their cover photos end up being their cover photos there. It's really fun seeing the event affect people's lives, which is really nice.
Oh, Billy, I was gonna tell you. So some of the guys at my work, like that poster you made of me,
Yeah.
So I had so many guys in my work. They were like, "Dude, that's badass. That poster that I seen of you on Facebook." They're like, "Dude, that's one of the coolest looking posters I've ever seen."
Yeah.
And they were like, "They made that for you?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "The guy that's running it made it for me." They're like, "That's fucking awesome."
Yeah, I think that helped also with your attendance. That
Oh,
you
yeah.
do that for anybody.
I don't mind. Once you get get one that you like and one that you made, and then it looks real nice, and you kind of tweak it the way that you want. You just flip flop. You take the person out, put somebody else in. You might have to adjust some things, via their picture, but
Yeah.
they're not that hard to do once you get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a pain in the butt. Getting it right. You spending a couple hours staring at a screen trying to get it right, and then just go from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was kind of disappointed though. He made a few of those flyers, and then the people didn't show up. I was kind of
Really.
I really wanted to see Travis Camp there, and he wasn't able to come, or whatever happened. But
Yeah, so did I.
I wanted to see him there, because that 76 class would have been wicked then.
Yeah, there was a
I
nice
still
hook
feel
battle.
like it wouldn't have changed that much. Like, I
Well,
still think Logan probably would have got third, Alec would have got second, and Kevin would have got first. Don't get me wrong, I know the guy's strong, but
I think
that shit-
Travis he's pretty strong.
I mean, I could be wrong.
I mean, I would say Logan beats Travis. I don't know. I felt Logan and Travis obviously different distances apart, but I feel like Logan's gonna. I don't know. Logan blows through me way harder than I feel like Travis is blowing through me.
And
That-
styles make matches.
True, two different angles too, because Travis is going, that hook, and it's just different.
Yeah,
As long as Logan can bust his hand back and get into his fingers, it can be game over.
Yeah. It's a lot harder said than done, though. I've tried.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Like shit. Look at Kevin and Alec Goose match. Alec had him literally like.
Is Alec the kid with the gray collar shirt?
Alec is the
No,
Alex,
you're thinking of Stephen Byler.
yeah. Alec is the one that
Dude, that dude
fought
was.
Kevin in the finals.
That dude blew.
Where did that guy come from? Oh my
The
god!
country, the
Yeah,
Amish
that
country
country
dude.
boy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that kid was fast.
So
He
fast.
was
I thought
fast
he
and
was
strong.
fast because I got him off the start, and then as soon as I hit his stopping point, he brought me clean back over. I was
That
like,
kid was strong.
"What the?"
I thought
I
I
don't
Logan
even know what
stopped.
happened.
I thought you stopped pulling. I thought you won and you like stopped and he just he like pulled
Dude,
it back.
I don't even know.
That kid
I've
was
watched that match like 10 times. I'm like, what happened there?
I wonder if that's Andrew Byler's brother, because I saw an SCI shirt on one of the other guys, and that's who Andrew works for.
Well, Steven told me that he does metal roofing for work.
Okay, so I'm sure that he's probably somewhat related to Andrew then.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Those
Andrew.
are tied
right.
to Noah Byler as well.
What's that?
They tie in the same family as Noah Byler.
I'm not sure about that. I've never met a Noah Byler.
He's been he was actually over near central Pennsylvania for a while, near Billy Runkle's group, but then they had moved to Ohio. He might be back in Pennsylvania. He moved to somewhere in Ohio, but I don't know where.
Yeah, these guys are all Salineville / like
He told me he was
Lion,
from Carroll,
a little bit, yeah, Carrollton, over that away.
Well, is there but by background Amish, the Noah Byler and that family are Amish.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could be, related.
You never know. They could be related.
It's a popular Amish name. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any matches that you were really surprised about?
That one.
He said,
That one.
I was surprised about Logan's quite a bit on that one. I was honestly surprised with him with Kevin.
yeah.
Like how far like he got him real close to that pin pad.
Yeah.
So I look back at this, and through this whole prep, I did the Devin Larratt right arm only training, and I could kick myself in the ass because if I would have just trained my left at all, I think I could have won. But that's not on anybody but me.
I'm
Yeah.
always surprised when I win, but I'm not sure that's what you meant.
So you ended up with third, right, Logan?
Second place
Second-
left-handed.
Second place
to Kevin.
on left hand.
Yeah, and I was
And you got
right-handed.
did you get you got third on the right?
Fourth.
Fourth on the right. Okay.
Fourth.
I thought you got third as well.
Nope.
Haven't heard.
So was it the gray collared shirt boy? Did he get third then?
Hang on, let me pull it up here real quick. That way we're not guessing. We can just look at the
That boy that had the bowl cut, he was pretty strong too. I'll tell you what. Like he surprised me.
I think they all work for the same company. I
Yeah.
think.
Stephen Byler got third.
Okay.
Well, at the risk
Man, I
of
tell you what, it's nice having these brackets, right there. You can just look at them, boom.
Yeah.
It's so nice. What Corey has done with this is it's awesome. Awesome.
really like the system. I use it for the ones I run.
What were we looking for? Pro
176.
176.
I already looked it up, Billy.
Oh, you already got
It
it.
was Stephen Byler that got third. Kevin first, Alec second, and Stephen third.
Was it just you four in that class?
No, there was 6 or 7 of us. There were 6 of us.
Six.
I'll
It was
tell you,
myself, Alec, Kevin, Stephen, Chris Thomas, and Matt Morrison.
Yeah. How did Matt feel? Did you get to pull him?
I pulled Matt, yeah.
And you beat him? Yeah.
He tried to, it almost seemed like he tried to slip, and I just latched onto his thumb and didn't let him.
Oh, that's right. You were pressing everybody. That's right.
I don't know where that came from.
I remember saying, I was like, when did you get a press? He said, I just found it.
I don't know. It just I don't know. It just kind of happened.
That's what you got to do, bud. The press is the way to go.
Yeah.
I will say this at the risk of bringing up a
Yes, Christina. I've seen you.
I was going to say at the risk of bringing up a sore subject, one thing that was a surprise to a number of people that were some of the Ohio people after Christina's match, who were saying, "Who was that woman?" About because nobody knew Katie.
Oh yeah.
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 yeah. I
Okay.
wrestled Kate at Arnold Classic,
She did good.
and so that's why she did what she did, pulled her hand back, was because I thought she got hurt the way she did it.
She caught you on that first
That's
one.
why I stopped. I even
Yeah.
lifted my elbow, and you didn't even call it.
I missed it, did I?
Mm.
It was Billy's fault, not mine.
Oh, I was completely off path.
Well, one of
I'm
my
not supposed to bring up what I missed. I'm not supposed to bring that up.
Well, and I have to laugh in that respect. I was at the New England some years back where John Brown, who was not refereeing that particular round, was behind my opponent. It was actually somebody from my own team, Tom Deacon. And John was going like this with, I thought he was just telling me, get higher, get higher. And no, what Tom had done, he had slipped. And he slipped his hand under his elbow on the pad. and I didn't see it, and the referee didn't see it when they were tying us up, and then just slipped it out. So he was, that much higher. John saw it at a distance, but he just I thought, well, it was certainly sneaky. I beat him that time anyway, but it's what you don't see and what you do see.
I've been caught doing that a couple times.
Well, one of the funny things with one of mine is when I can't remember the name of the guy, but one of my amateur matches, we gripped up, big dude, and he just started pulling, and he stopped, and it was my weird wrist. He could feel the crackling. I guess he didn't want to break my arm, and you looked at it, and I said, no, we're fine, everything's no problem. So he pinned me, but. And then there were only 3 of us in that class, and so I happened to see him then. My second match was with him as well. Well, that time, boom, he put me down right away. But it was just funny that it was nice that he didn't want to injure somebody, but I just had a kind of smile that gripped up, and then wait a minute, didn't like what he felt there with my my arthritic wrist.
Yeah, that kind of
was it your wrist that's cracked real bad and freaked me out?
Probably.
It could have been. Yeah, my left. My right is fairly quiet, but my left between the shoulder and the wrist is something.
But it's been good talking to everybody. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get off for the night.
All right,
buddy.
Thanks for coming on, bud. Thanks for
have a happy
Appreciate you having me. Good seeing everybody. Good talking to y'all.
later, man.
Night.
Later.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think if I'm looking at this right, I think amateur 176 might have been the biggest class. I could be wrong, but I think I had 8 or 9 pullers in that class.
I seen 220 amateur right had 2 people in there.
Billy, could you go through it? Could you go through like the I guess all the classes and like where everybody, or I mean like the top 3 of each class?
Yeah, you just want to do pros?
Yeah, amateur, I'm sure we might not know almost some of those names, but just like that, what happened in the pros, 54 76s, I think 98s, then you had, did you have 242 plus, and then did you have a master's class?
Yeah, there was masters. Yeah, we'll just do pro here. So pro left 154 had 5 pullers, Mike Pasterek, Drew Hollinger, Jeff Wilkinson, David Bradingham, and John Haynoski. So first round, Haynoski beats David. Drew loses to Jeff first round. John goes against Michael. John wins against Michael. In the losers bracket, David and Drew pull, and then Drew beats David. Oh yeah, you just wanted to hear top 3. Never mind. Haynoski first place for left 154. Michael Pasterek was second, and then Jeff Wilkinson was third, followed by Drew and then David. 76 left. It was Kevin, Logan, and then Matt, just the 3. 98 left. That was quite a big class. That was 1, 2. I think that was 8. 8 in that class. That's nice. That was Christian, Josh Batchelor, and then Fred Morrison.
That was what class?
I got a 4th. Oh, watch out.
That was pro 198 left.
Yeah, pro 198 left. Yeah.
And how many were in the class?
8.
And Christian took that first?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Moving up to the 198, he's a tank, man.
Let's see here. Did he? I don't think he lost at all.
Who's that, Ashby?
Yeah, Christian. He didn't lose at all in that.
He's scary strong, man.
He is, dude. He's got weird angles and like because I like to flat press, and I remember the one time pulling, he just like pushed my bone in, like all my bones, like into my body. You know what I mean? It was freaky feeling.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I get to feel every week.
Yeah, it probably feels awful.
It does. It's horrible.
That's why you didn't hold on slow.
That's why I laid down for him every time. He's like, you can have it, Kristen. You can have it. All right, 220 left. Was Cody Eller first place, Rich Claro second, and Alex Bean third. And then Bo got fourth. 242. That was a fun one to watch. So Hunter Ayers got 242 left, first place. Mike Harris from Columbus, he got second, and then Jacob Colson got third, and then John got fourth. He doesn't really care much about his left, does he, Logan? No.
John just pulls.
Yeah.
John
Pro
just
left
shows up and
super
pulls.
heavies. That was Tyler Irwin got that. Eli Kerr got second, and then Jamie Baker got third. Toby got last on that one. Yeah, Toby went 2 and out. 0-2 for his left. Yeah, like I said, his left is injured anyway. So right, 54 right. That was a big class here. I think that was 9 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 competitors in the 54. Otha got first, Hanoski got second, and Chris Louis got third.
Nice. Where'd Joseph place on that?
54 right. No, Kevin was in 76.
No, Justice was fourth on one of them, wasn't he? I think.
Was he fourth right then?
Justice got fourth. Yes.
And then who was fifth?
It just says it's blank.
Ah, okay.
Well,
It goes
because
blank
if
for
you sit
fifth and sixth.
down at the bottom, yeah, they'd have to pull for fifth and sixth to break that tie. It heads down towards the right-hand side of the sheet.
Yeah.
Will show who they were.
Right. So it says L8 and L7, they had to have pulled off, but it doesn't look like they did.
No, but those names are who in that?
That would have been Wilkinson and Hollinger.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. I understand. So they just did.
Yeah, just the way it works out, you can't tell who's fifth and sixth without having those two pull for fifth and sixth. Yeah,
Okay.
if you're in a large tournament where they wanted to have up to 6 places, then they have to have one more pull for them.
Gotcha. I think Jeff had already beaten Drew on the left hand, but right hand's obviously totally different. What did they? I'm not sure. Did they pull during the event? No.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head off here. I'm gonna get some sleep. Thanks for having me on, Billy.
Yeah,
I'll
no
talk to you
problem.
guys later.
See ya.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yep. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Oh, man.
It was a fun one. Otha and John. That was a fun match. John's trying to get a super match with Otha now.
I mean, I don't know. I don't get to feel. I've never really felt John's power. Like even on after pulls, I haven't felt his. I don't know. Just he only warms up. I haven't really ever pulled him hard.
Super strong.
He is.
But
He
Otha,
is
I
strong.
felt Otha's dirty strong.
Otha's rotation is just
His
insane.
rotation.
And for as small of a hand as he has, his hand is so strong. It's wild. His pronation just out of this world.
Mhm.
76 right had 6 guys in that one. Okay, so you had Kevin first, Alec second, and Steven Byler third. And then Logan, you got fourth. Then it was Chris Thomas and then
Fred
Matt.
Morrison. Or Matt Morrison, sorry.
Yeah. 98 right was Jose, Fred Morrison, and then Christian. That was an 8-man field, that one too. Or no, 7. 7 on that one. 220 right was Bo, Rich, and then Bryce Meadows.
Yeah, that was it. Was Bryce that 20-year-old, that strong kid?
I think so. The one
They had a
pulled across the table, I do believe. They were talking, and then
yeah.
said, "You're about to feel this power."
Yeah, and he said, I think Bryce said something like, "You don't have enough power,ng," and then Rich
Yeah, he
said
said, "You
something
ain't got
like,
enough
"What's that
power."
you rocking, a V6?" And then he
Yeah.
said, "V8, baby." Then he smoked him.
Dude,
It's
he
comical.
pulled that boy clear across the table when his body went like a rag doll. I was like, oh my goodness.
They were
I saw
close,
Kevin,
but then
I said, no,
yeah.
that's some horsepower right there, baby.
Yeah, like I thought they were really close, and then and after that, he was like, no, and he put it down. It was crazy.
Yeah. Rich, oh my goodness. I don't know. If he ever wants to hit at practice, I'm like, no. No. I'm not
I've taken I had personal practice with him, like one-on-one. I've practiced with him even at the last dog fights. I mean, I like the fact that he's so strong and take the hits, and yeah, it'll hurt the elbow a little bit, but I don't know. See what happens, because if you can start stopping some heavy hits at a lighter weight, man, I'll at least take a stop near the end of the pad, right?
So pro right 242, Jacob Green got that one. Hunter Ayers got second, and then Winkler got third. I was really surprised at that. Really surprised. I thought John was going to be the front runner for that one.
Yes, so was I.
You have any idea how long Hunter's been pulling?
6 months.
Yeah, I thought it was relatively short from what he had told me. He did quite very well.
Hunter, super strong.
Yeah.
Super strong.
Yeah, on the after pull, everybody wanted a piece of him.
Yeah.
Except for God, yeah.
And then supers on the right hand. Jamie Baker got first, Toby got second, and then Tyler Irwin got third.
That one surprised me. I thought for sure Toby would beat Jamie.
I think he did earlier on, and then Jamie
he beat him in the first match.
Yeah,
and then Jamie had to beat him twice for first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still surprised me because I know how they go at it in practice, and Toby's always gotten Jamie, which is good. Jamie needs a win like that to get him going.
Yeah. There you go. That's all the pros, and then Christina and Katie. Katie ended up pulling out the 2 out of 3 on that one. And then you guys didn't do left hand, did you?
No.
We didn't have any left pro ladies then at all.
No.
No.
Ooh.
No, you had two novice ladies, both arms, and then the 2 of them right arm only for pro.
Yeah, I'm glad that they did that. That was nice of Bethany. That was nice of her to pull with her. Let me see if there's any other notable. Justice went undefeated on amateur right and left, I do believe. Did you guys see that reel that I made today?
Mm-hmm.
You guys see that? Justice slams that kid down and then pops back up and like stares right at him. I was like, he showed me that video yesterday during a workout, and I was busting up laughing. Dude just pops up, it just stares right at him like that. It was too funny. I told him, I said, send that to me. I got to make a reel out of it.
That was guys, I'm gonna get off of here. Try to get some sleep. I'm not feeling too good. Nice talking to y'all.
Good night.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Take care.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
So, and Wild Man in the house.
Jeffy,
What's up, boys? Oh yeah, what's good?
the man that got a stop on Hanowski.
Hell yeah,
Dude, your hook has
freaking-
gotten so much. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to
Oh.
go and fuck with you.
If I wasn't so surprised that I stopped him, I might have even got him to the pad, maybe, but I could not do anything other than hook. I was like terrified to drag. I was terrified to like do anything other than just stay where the hell I was at.
Yeah. So you didn't try to go any offense at all? You just tried to just hold?
Oh, I was trying to go offense, but I was just kind of hulking right into his hook. So like when I had him on my side, you know what I mean? When I was doing my offense, I should have maybe tried to drag a little more. I was kind of just going wrist on wrist and just trying to really press through him, and that was not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I would have tried to time a hit like he timed on me, it might have went a little differently. But I would just, in the moment, I was just like, push as hard as you freaking can.
Dude, that was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that was the best. It was like the best loss of my life. The whole tournament made it worth it to just get into a match with John, to have that battle with him. That was like completely worth it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
sure.
and I want to run it
Proud of
back with because
I was 100% proud of you whenever you just got to stop, you know. That's just
yeah.
Dude, the video just wild. You heard Joe just screaming in the video.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's just yeah, I love having Joe. Right. I was glad he came to the tournament.
Yeah.
But
Well, I got to go a look in the after pool.
Yeah. Yeah, and he'll be back. We was even just talking about the the next tournament that will be coming up maybe in West Virginia. About pulling that or something, and
I think I'm gonna do a tournament at Garage Wars 2. So possibly maybe do just like 10 or 15 super matches and then a small open tournament after that, possibly.
When
Yeah,
are you
that'd be
doing
nice.
that? When are you doing Garage Wars 2?
I gotta talk to the guy that owns the bowling alley in the garage because he doesn't necessarily take everything out of his garage until May.
Okay.
And last year it was like kind of it was a timing issue trying to get the people to get their stuff out of the garage so we can have the event there, you know, and it was still early in May. So not everybody was ready to get their boats out, you know, and stuff, you know. So
what about like June?
I'm thinking maybe towards the end of June, possibly, because we got graduation parties and all that stuff at the beginning of June. You got Michigan State at the beginning of June.
Oh, okay.
You know, so not necessarily are you gonna get a lot of
right. You gotta watch with the
at that
conflict.
time. Plus, my kid's graduating in June, so
Right.
well, May 26th, whatever it is, and so I'm sure it's going to be a busy time. So it could be possibly, you know, late June, July before we can have ours. Because if you're going to have Garage Wars, you're going to have it in a garage, you know.
True that.
That is if he even wants to do it, you know. You never know. He might say, not interested. So we'll see. I talked to him not too long ago about it, but I didn't really get a 100% yes or no. So we'll see. But anyway, you guys got anything else you want to talk about?
I'd seen I had commented on that about Justice. I see he's pulling Gage with January 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I was talking to Justice about that, and
did he feel strong as heck, man? He should be super proud of himself.
yeah, I had a long talk with him yesterday about it, and I told him how proud I was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really, where he started in the sport, and just he's only been doing this a year and a half.
Yeah. I remember talking to him whenever I came up for the first practice at the bowling alley. He had recently started. He was like 7 months in, I think you said, or something like that.
Yeah.
That was awesome to see him. That's why I was like, I want to match with him now.
Yeah, try to get some redemption since he pulled his hand back.
Oh my gosh! You know
He
what?
kind of reminds me a little bit of Otha. The way
the way he rotates down through that. Yeah, very like he doesn't throw it back as much, but like very like Zach Lee-esque.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just
You gotta know how to beat it. Like you have to know the right counter.
For sure. I mean, for that match particularly.
Yeah, that was there's definitely a few ups there, but like I said, I told him, I said I was super proud of him for even if he wouldn't have won, whatever he won, and obviously I'm still gonna be proud of him, but
for sure.
He just competed with ferocity, man.
Yeah, he hit hard. He hit hard on that start.
Yeah. And his
timing, hand position.
His timing, great.
Yeah, I rewatched when whoever shared that clip, that like his Drew match, because Drew, I think, was saying that you didn't close his hand or something.
Oh no. Drew told Justice outside because Justice told me this. Drew told Justice that he closed his fingers like this on purpose to do the Travis Bagent thing, the whole finger in like that. Drew told Justice that, but Drew was complaining to me about it after the match and tried to say that I closed his fingers like this, and then goes outside and told Justice that he did that on purpose.
Oh, because I mean, I heard him. I heard him talking to you, but I when I rewatched the match again with whoever filmed the match, it looked to me like he had what he had in every match that I watched. He kind of does that supinated. He was there, but he lost it because on the hit, Justice was just hitting back, gained everything he needed, and then pinned him. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Like,
did very well. His time, like I said, his time was on. He felt very strong. He did really well.
And he's still only what? Isn't he only 17, 18?
18. Yeah, he just turned 18.
Yeah, I don't look forward to pulling any young kid anymore. I mean, between like him and Caleb, I just like dread. They're like, oh yeah, I'm 16 years old. It's like, oh great, like
Oh, Jeff.
Yeah.
Possibly on a Sunday night, maybe we do like a little super match thing at one of your practices.
Absolutely, 100%.
Hang on.
Well, I'll tell you,
100%.
I'm going to be out there not this coming weekend, but the following weekend of the 2nd, helping Tim Lewis or helping at Robert Wilson try to run a small event out in Greenville on Saturday, and then Sunday, if the Erie group is practicing like they usually are up at the gym, I'd like to stay over practice with them. And I was thinking I could even stay out there because you folks usually start 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the evening Sundays. Wildman?
Yeah, we've been starting now at like around like 4:30 nowadays.
That's even better.
Yeah, I try to get it done before the girls go to bed, and I found it easier because like it gets pretty rowdy, and then You know, the girls are upstairs
Yeah.
and they're all.
Hey, what does Caleb weigh nowadays?
He's like 165.
Okay.
He
'Cause
looks thick though, doesn't he?
Justice had mentioned something about maybe trying to have a go at Caleb again.
Yeah, that'd be great. That would
And
be
then
great.
I wouldn't mind inviting Alex and Anthony over, because Anthony wants to have a best of 5 with my left. So we could do
Yeah.
that. And then
If Steel
Justice-
City would allow him that freedom, then yes.
I'm sure he'll do it.
We have the same sort of thing in Greater Philadelphia. Different groups. I know you're a traitor if you go to the wrong one.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you that's a lot better. I was thinking, having to sit around, wait around till evening, but seriously, if you folks are getting together for your usual practice on December 3rd, I'd like to stop by.
What about you and I could maybe talk to Joe too? You think you'd be interested in pulling Joe? Billy?
Possibly.
Okay.
I mean,
So then
obviously, practice super matches, so I don't mind.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm not even. He's particular about not necessarily who he's pulling, but the timing of his pulling. But he's not really training for. He's pretty much just bulking up now, so he's not. He's not
He felt
too.
strong. He felt real strong. If I let him get any kind of rotation here, he drug me out. He felt.
Yeah, he's looking like just like an absolute beast.
Oh yeah, he's got the physique,
Yeah, I got to pee test him once a week.
Nah.
Yeah, and then that'd be a good time. Yeah, we can get for you guys going there, and then heck, I'd like to get a match.
We can do a Badger battle at your place.
Yeah, Wildman Wars.
Yeah, Wildman War.
Yeah, I'll dress up the garage real nice.
There you go. Did you get banners or did you just get stickers?
Just stickers.
Dude, those banners are not cheap.
Exactly. That's why I'm on stickers just for now. I haven't leveled up to a banner yet.
Yeah.
Soon, once I get some sponsorship going, I kind of been slacking on sponsorship. I'm kind of like you in this. I'm in this limbo of just being extremely busy.
Money. That's the worst.
Yeah, and I just like finding energy to do any. I'm lucky I find energy to train as much as I do.
Like there was people that I asked for sponsorships for this event. I asked them once, they didn't get back with me. I was like, I'm not begging people.
Yeah.
And now I just left it. Left it alone.
Yeah. I mean, and if we do it soon, even in like, it'd be nice to even have a couple, like even thinking of in the summertime, just at the Bulldog Pub. He would love to have a couple matches there. Yeah, I mean, not an all-out tournament, just because I don't think it's it wouldn't be a right venue for it, barring that. There's no parking and stuff like that. But he would love to have some matches there, like out on that patio.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I wish I could pull every week at a higher level. It'd be nice, but
yeah, for sure.
The old man that I am, my body doesn't let me.
Yeah, I'm
not in as good a shape as Mr. Dave Show.
No, I don't think any of us are.
No, that's a fact.
Well, 2 weeks from tonight, I'm hoping to be sitting here with a brand new left knee. And
oh snap!
So you'll be out of commission for a few months.
Nice.
Well, and then what I was hoping to do the other one in January, but they said usually the gap between the two is the average is 8 weeks. Because what they have to do, I figured the limitation was, just that you were able to use it adequately. They said, no, actually that goes faster. The limitation is that your red blood count drops when you have the first operation, and they have to wait until it comes back up again because they don't want to do the second knee when you're still slightly anemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no bueno.
Yeah, Robbie, you know all about that, don't you? You're a nurse, ain't you?
No, a sleep technologist, but I've seen like every single friggin' disease you can have. I mean, I get your full medical chart, so I've seen everybody with everything.
Well, I'd like to, if it's 8 weeks, I'd like to get it done by, like January, February at the latest. The other one simply because this is, don't laugh too hard and hurt yourself here. But I was when I went to the nationals, there were only 2 people in the master's class. And even though they do not have a master's at Arnold's, if you take in the top 3, you qualify for the Arnold's. So I qualified for the Arnold's, which is utterly absurd. But on the other hand, people say, hey, you should see it. So, Sports Fest, you should see it at least once. And so, but it's really with my knees as they are, I really just couldn't even stand or walk that long, even ignoring the fact that I'll be, killed on the table. So I'd really like to get that taken care of before March, but, and then go to that. They asked Denise, I said, am I keeping anybody else that's more worthy from going to the Arnold by me going? She said, no, absolutely not. Even though it says on the application that if you don't go, somebody else can. And that's the way it works with the Worlds. But she said, no,
I'm room for 25 more people last year.
Yeah. Yeah. She said,
they set aside 100 spots and there was only like 75 or 76 that showed.
Yeah. So she said, and I said, the other thing, if I find that a week before that the knees just have not come back, that I just can't make it, does that screw you up? And she said, no, absolutely not. I said, okay, fine. So I sent in my $75. That's first week of March.
Yeah. That's the first week of March?
Yes.
And then they're going to be right back in town for Dayton.
That's
sorry?
right. The first week of March.
The first week of March is Arnold's, and then the first week of April is Nationals in Dayton.
Yes, Dayton, 4th to 6th of April. Yeah. And in the middle is Winter Blast in the 3rd week of March.
Yeah.
Jeez. Man, you're going to have a busy couple weeks there.
They're doing that Air 64-man series and the same day, I believe, as Arnold's. I was hearing some people say.
Well, and for the international crowd, the same day as Winter Blast is the that big hoo-ha that what Arm Gods or whatever is running over in Britain.
Arm Wars,
because Arm Wars. Okay.
Well, you got 2 of them. You got Arm Wars and Arm Gods that are both in the UK, I do believe.
Whichever one Evan Burgoyne's going, it's like it's like a week-long something or other.
There's probably Arm Gods.
I don't know if it's UK or if it's Ireland, but it's the same day as.
Make sure you guys send prayers out to Mike Brown, 76 puller in Ohio. Broke his leg in 3 different spots, man.
Oh, I seen that.
Day before the event. It was like Friday night.
Mike's a good dude, man.
Yeah. That was a total bummer. He texted me that morning, Saturday morning, or it was Friday night or whatever. He goes, I'm sorry, man, I'm not going to make it. I broke my leg. I was like, what? He said 3 different spots fractured it. Does that work?
Well, that's a terrible note to go out on, but I'm going to head out. I'm going to go catch the rest of this movie with my kids. Nice talking with you guys.
Good job, Robbie.
Take care, Robbie.
Thanks. Everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving, buddy.
Yeah, thanks you too.
Happy Thanksgiving.
My other volunteer activity, I volunteered. I was traveling consultant for the fraternity, and the lads at Rutgers wanted to do a undergraduate versus alumni Olympics, and all their events were drinking games. And I said, the only thing you're exercising is your liver, for gosh sakes. So they added arm wrestling, and when that the week before we were supposed to have that was when I broke my arm.
Oh, figure.
2017.
Did you break both your arms? No.
Oh, good.
Man, I really want to do like Kevin's doing at the tailgate. I'd love to be.
Oh my gosh, how cool is that?
I'd love to be able to get some footage of, something like that at a basketball game, or like even at like one of our kids' basketball games or a football game or something, man. I'd love to be able to do that where just everybody's just around and you're just letting these guys just have a shot,
Well, you're pretty close to us. Next,
they make them sign a waiver, but if
Yeah.
they just want to feel it, then you can just let them feel it.
next year, I said we're going down to the Steelers tailgates and just mimicking that right away. So, and you're pretty close. You're probably closer to Pittsburgh than anything else.
Oh
get
yeah,
the
definitely.
waiver
I'm like,
signed to make sure your liability's paid up.
yeah.
Right.
No, I mean seriously, we had
I
somebody.
wonder if you could just do like a waiver on one sheet and then just flip it up and then have like, just a bunch of lines where people could just sign their name and be done with it.
Mhm.
Not have to have 500 sheets.
I think I have seen that. To be honest with you,
Yeah, that would be more convenient than anything.
Is
If-
that what he does? Does he just have? Does he have people sign a liability?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't asked Kevin about that, but I would
Yeah, it
assume if they really wanted to see his power, then he would sign a waiver. I would assume that if he's just letting people just press into him a little bit or try
Yeah.
to pull his arm down, that he's
Then-
just
then-
going nice
yeah.
and easy and just letting them do their thing. But we've
Yeah.
seen it so many times, where guys push in the
Right.
wrong aspect, and if we don't let them go and let our arm go down, then they break their arm.
Yeah, or they just I've just so many times people just their shoulders is like, I did the one guy at work and 3 weeks ago and he's still talking about his shoulders. Like my shoulders just feeling better. Like
Well, they
should have
put
let you get.
99% of what they have into that little wrong motion, going against you, trying to prove something to themselves, like they're not getting old or something.
well, it's funny because I don't know if you saw it. I put up a post some months back about there is a league that does wrestling, like amateur wrestling, for older folks.
Yeah,
And
I saw it.
Yeah, the different classes. And I put the comment up and I said, what would you call, 40, 50, 60, 70? And I was really got some interesting, funny answers there because there's, I guess, the eldest one and the wrestling one are the top two are dead and fully decomposed. And so I said, what would you, so I said, what would you call 40, 50, 60, 70? And I think one of the best ones was somebody said that the over 70 should be the running for president class. But,
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. But, there was a group in the Philly area that had a skate park. And for whatever reason, these skaters wanted to do arm wrestling. And so somebody said, "Can I borrow your table?" I went down with them, and they signed a waiver. I'm just not enthusiastic about this. And sure enough, when the third match we had, somebody broke their arm. Well, that was the end of that. Nobody else wanted to touch it. But you really have to watch it when you get all these very new people that you really don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, when I broke my arm, it was side table at a tournament. Both of us were very new, and all I'd been told is watch your hand, don't turn away from your hand, which I was staring right at my hand. What I was doing was a flat press. Now, why was I doing a flat press? Well, because neither of us knew what we were doing. And I was just pressing down. He was resisting, and I don't know if the arm, I really don't know what it was. The arm was out too far or whatever, but snap home.
Yeah, that's why I'm extremely grateful for the way whenever I came in, the way we started pulling and the way we still pull every week, and we slow pull and we figure out our lanes and we figure out the safest way to lose. And you know what I mean? And it's just, I haven't lost yet without my body going down.
You've had some good teachers.
Exactly. Well, that's what I mean. And it's the best way to do it though. And I haven't pulled, knock on wood yet, like, in an unsafe way. I haven't lost yet in an unsafe way. I go down.
I'm telling you, you do a great job of staying central with your arm as far in as possible, right there.
Yeah. I thought I do a great job losing.
Sometimes I make referees nervous in my right, but my left I can't because I yeah, my shoulder's so tight that I really can't get out of position that well, even if I wanted to.
Yeah. Anything else that you guys want to talk about? Anything else about the event that stuck out to you guys? Anything like that? We're gonna be wrapping it.
No, it was a good event, Billy. Congratulations on it, man. I hope you guys did well, and it was good stuff.
Yeah. The whole goal now is to figure out a way to have awards and cash payouts.
Yeah, that's
That's
what me
the goal.
that's what me and Joe are figuring out for the upcoming Pittsburgh tournament. It is in the works.
Yeah. You got to have something in the bank. That's what we needed for this one. We needed to get some money to start.
Yeah.
You know, because last year was just everything just went to the Kiwanis.
Yeah, you do not make what people say, oh, gee, the X number of entries times 30 and nah. Yeah, they think you made fortune and a half. But you don't.
No. Thankfully, we had, quite a few people that, helped with our event. They donated their pay to the event. So that was very nice of them. And
that's the key, cheap labor.
And like Paula and Brian Vaughn, the Kiwanis president, and his wife, they go to church out there. So we were able to use the church for free. So that worked out, so we're trying to be able to keep the overhead low, but there's going to be a time where we're going to have to pay full price for
the venue,
for everything. You're going to have to pay for all your refs and everything. And
that was the problem with winter events this year. Well, last year was the first time we had to pay for the venue, and it was not cheap.
No.
Nope, VFW Hall it is.
Yeah.
My thing for us around here is finding a place big enough.
Yeah.
Now that if we get bigger, which I'm not expecting at all, it'd be nice if we could, stay right around 100 to 150. That'd be great. I'd love it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a nice size tournament.
But I think for next year or next November, we attempt to find something about the same size as the church or another church or whatever. And then if we get more than the 150 that we did this year, then the next year, then we attempt to go, high school field house or something like that, By that time we would have the money to be able to rent that, because that probably cost us $1,000.
Yeah.
So it's not cheap.
No, by no means. Nothing is cheap.
Yeah. What is it? Yeah, and you have to have a janitor there every single second that you're there. Yeah, exactly. So we're there 12 hours on Saturday plus Friday night. The wife is explaining to me how the world works. Thank you, sweetie.
Someone there to explain these things to you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why we marry them.
Yeah. Anybody else got anything about the event?
No, fellas.
I had a blast. I mean, I can't thank everybody enough for coming to it and enjoying themselves. That's the main thing. Is I just want people to have fun, get some pulling in.
Well, if you think of anything else you want to say, and you want to have some excuse to escape from shopping on Friday, 98, we'll be doing our usual Friday evening.
There you go.
Starting about 8:30 as usual.
Yeah, might stop in on that.
Yeah.
Possibly. We'll see. Are you guys still doing it with that other app, or are you going back to Zoom?
No, we're with whatever it is, something guard, whatever. Yeah, whatever it's StreamYard, yeah.
StreamYard, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, in some ways, I like Zoom better on some of them because, among other things, we have a limit. You have a limit to the number of people you can get on, and Yeah, we're 10. Yeah, which and occasionally we used to have more than that, but I preferred Zoom, but yeah, we're with StreamYard.
I think you can do up to what, like, I think it was like 64 people on Zoom or something like that, or 100.
It's far higher than we ever wanted to do. And
Right.
we would be in the. I mean, I have been on meetings for with other associations with 20 some people on
Yeah.
Zoom.
I think the most I've ever had was like 12 or 16 or something like that. And I think it was that podcast where Robbie and Justin Curotola got into it. I think it was that one, possibly.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I let it go for what, 2 minutes, and I said,
yeah.
Okay. Everybody was talking about that for a couple of days. That was fun.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
All right, guys, I appreciate you so
All right,
much.
fellas,
Thanks
hey.
for being on the podcast. Thanks for
Yeah.
keeping the conversation going. Thanks for coming to the event.
Good night.
Absolutely, brother.
Dave,
Yeah, man.
the Highway Hercules over here.
Okay.
Jeez.
Broken knees and all.
How's you got on that car already? 45,000. It's brand new, right?
No, I bought it at I put 33,678 on it in the first year, but I did not get it.
Jeez. Wow. All right, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
y'all.
Have a great night.
fellas.
God bless you.
Later, guys.
Later.